Good day, everyone. I'm Jenica A. Pugueras. My topic is about mass communication. What comes in your mind about mass communication? Mass communication is a process in which a person, group of people, or an organization sends a message through a channel of communication to a large group of anonymous and heterogeneous people and organization. You can think of a large group of anonymous and heterogeneous people as either the general public or a segment of the general public. Let's proceed to the first slide. Meaning and nature of mass communication or mass media. Mass communication refers to an organized communication through organizational structures. It is directed towards a relatively large audience during short period of time or even instantly. Wright, 1984. Mass communication is the process of imparting and exchanging information through mass media to large segment of the population. Mass communication is a practice multiple mediums such as radio, television, social networking, billboards, newspaper, magazines, film, and the internet. This is the collective behavior and social movement depend heavily on mass communication among many people. The emergence of the mass media has greatly increased the number of people exposed to collective action and the amount information or misinformation conveyed to them. Forms of mass media. The mass media includes a print. Print media is one of the oldest and basic form of mass communication. Under the print, we have newspaper. Newspaper are print media and are the news gathering organization that produce them. Most conventional newspaper are published on a daily or weekly basis and are meant to inform the general public about recent events, especially public affairs. Second is magazine. Magazine are kind of periodical along with newspaper, meaning they are published regularly. Common schedules include weekly, bi-weekly, every other week, monthly, bi-monthly, every other month, quarterly, or even annually. The typical magazine is published on paper, usually with a heavier thicker paper as the cover. Although paper quality varies significantly, they are usually found with either glue or staples. There are some magazines that are only published online and other experiments happen, such as magazine on CD or podcast. Third is tabloids. Tabloids or tabloid journalism, types of popular, largely sensationalistic journalism that takes its name from the format of a small newspaper, roughly half the size of an ordinary broadsheet. Fourth is journals. This academic journal would accept manuscript in various board and specific areas of research in this field, including the newspaper, radio, TV, community media, new media, mobile and social media of communication. On the way they influence various sections of our society. The journal welcomes theoretical and empirical research, studies in the form of research articles, review articles, commentaries, and short communication, case report, and editorials. Journals of Mass Communication and Journalism is an open access journal that provides free access to its well-researched articles to its users. The journal truly fair views the submitted manuscript. Last is pamphlets, leaflets, flyers, bulletins, pack, sheets, handbills, brochure, leaflets, pamphlets, booklets have many features in common. Both are controlled media that allow an organization to determine not only the message content but also its presentation and dissemination. Both are standalone pieces. Second form of mass media is electronic broadcast. Electronic media is the media that one can share on any electronic device for the audience viewing. Unlike static media or printing, electronic media is broadcasted to the wider community. Under the electronic broadcast is radio. Radio is sound communication by radio waves, usually through the transmission of music, news, and other types of programs from single broadcast station to multitudes of individual listeners equipped with radio receivers. Second is television. The tremendous success of television as mass medium has its roots its ability to incorporate both visual and oral content. It combines compelling visuals with the personal immediacy of radio. This audiovisual character gives it greatly power in conveying realism, and this keeps the viewer emotionally involved. Third is motion picture. A series of pictures project on a screen is rapid succession with objects shown in successive position slightly changed so as to produce the optical effect of continuous picture in which the objects move. Fourth is computer. The internet-connected computer has revolutionized mass communication or the spread of information on a large scale. We use our computer to produce text or graphics, share and spread information online, or simply gain information from others who do so. We communicate via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, email, or Zoom. Fifth is internet. The internet is a vast network that connects computers all over the world. Through the internet, people can share information and communicate from anywhere with an internet connection. Last is audio and video types. An audio-video recording is a recording that contains both audio and video information, usually gained by utilizing a system that contains both a microphone and camera. So the question is, what role does mass media play or perform? There are roles of mass media perform. The first one is to provide information to a large number of people. Second is to provide education to the masses. Third is to provide entertainment. Fourth is to clarify, ventilate issues and concerns. Fifth is to serve as a venues for propaganda. Sixth is to provide avenues for expression of partisan and non-partisan ideas. 7 is to create public opinion or call for collective behavior and social movements. 8 is to serve as a vehicle for the expression of aroused feelings, pent-up emotion, and redress of grievance and lack of internal structures. Social movement have a high degree of internal order and sustained purposely orientation. They are highly structured, have well-defined statuses and norms, endure for many years, and have well-established goals. Types of social movements. David Aberle, 1966, classified social movements on the basis of two criteria. First, the type of change their sponsors seek, either a change in the individuals or a change in the social order. And second, the amount of change they seek, either partial or total. They are of four types. First is alternative movements. Refer to movements that aim to achieve some limited but specific change in individuals, So, alternative movements refers to a social movement that seek limited societal change. They target a small group of people and specific behavior and attempt to change the behavior of individual people in relation to the issue. Example is religious movements on morality and ethics, Alcoholics Anonymous Women's Liberation Movement, Gay Liberation Movement. Second is redemptive movements refers to the movement that also focus on the individuals but they seek total, not partial change. Is one that seek total personal transformation and is typically religious in nature. The spread of Christianity is a prime example of a redemptive social movements. Example is Christian movements, Coupled for Christ. Third is reformative movements. Refer to the movements that emphasize changing society rather than individuals. Seek to change something specific about the social structure. They may seek a more limited change but are target at the entire population. Example is civil rights movement, human rights movement, propaganda movement, kilusang bagong lipunan. Lastly is transformative movements. Refer to the movements that aim at total change in the existing social order. Is the process by which an individual alters the socially ascribed social status of their parents into a social achieved status for themselves. Example is Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, the Philippine Revolution of 1896, the French Revolution. That's all my report. Any clarification and suggestion? If none, thank you for listening.